Hello everyone and welcome to the 13th video of Python series. In this video, we are going to cover the topic for else. Now, for else is not that popular or frequently used as a for, but it has its own advantages. So let's move ahead in the video and understand what is for else, when do we need to use it and how to use it. As the name suggests, for else is basically a combination of for loop and the else statement. But this doesn't make any sense, right? As writing an else statement without if statement seems kind of impossible. Well, that's not entirely true. You can write a else statement along with for statement, but note that this is only the case with Python. So if you guys go and try the same thing in other programming languages, I am highly sure that this is going to fail. Now let's come to another question, that is, why is for else not so popular? Well, there could be multiple answers to this question. The first answer could be lack of awareness. As we are generally familiar with alternative methods of using a for else, or programmers who are moving from a different programming language might not be aware of any such syntax present in case of Python, as for else is restricted only to Python. The second reason could be unfamiliar syntax of for else, as it sounds kind of a mistake for a person who is mentioning a for statement along with a else statement without presence of a if statement. And the third reason could be the use case for this particular keyword is kind of limited. So sometimes a if condition with a flag variable might seem more convenient when compared to a for else statement. Now let's talk about the syntax of for else keyword. On your screen you could see the syntax, that is, for variable in sequence we are going to execute a set of statements, else we are going to execute the statements that is present inside the else block. And yeah, this is it. It might be sounding very confusing, but this is how simple the for else keyword is in case of Python. So let's understand how this particularly works with the help of an example. Now I'm pasting the code over here, that is L, where L is list of integers that is present in here from 1 to 9. I'm iterating throughout the loop, that is throughout the list. I'm printing the value, and at the end I'm writing the else block, that is finally iteration has finished. Now let's understand how this particularly works. First of all, let's save that and run it. And there we go. You can see it is printing all the elements that is present inside the list, and at the end it is executing whatever is present inside the else block. Now you guys must be asking, having a question, that is, what is the difference between the code snippet that is present inside your left side of the screen versus the right side of the screen? Well, until this point there is no difference, but if we are going to introduce a break keyword, there will be a difference in the sequence of its execution. Now let me explain to you what I exactly meant by that. Now, a for else keyword works like the first for loop is getting executed until the condition is satisfied, and then it executes whatever statement are present inside the else block. But if we are exiting the loop before it really reaches the end condition, or if we are abruptly stopping the loop with the help of a break keyword, then whatever code is present inside the else block is getting skipped. Now let me show you an example so that you guys could have a better understanding. Well, let's check out this particular example in here. Our task here is to find whether the list contains purely positive integers or it contains a mixture of positive and negative integers and 0. So let me walk you through the code before executing that. Now I am having a list of integers in here. I am iterating throughout the list to check whether there is a number that is lesser than equal to 0. That is, it is not purely positive integer. In case that's true, we are breaking out from the loop because we don't need to execute or check any further statements or any further elements that is present inside the list, as we got our conclusion. And in case there is no such elements in here, we are going to finally execute that all the elements present are positive integer. So let's try to execute this and check. And there we go. We are getting all elements in the list are positive. This is what we expected, right? So what if here I am trying to add another number, that is minus 12, and let's test this out right now. And there we go. Our else block that is present at the end didn't get executed, but whatever print statement or statements are present inside the if block before the break happens is getting executed. So this is how the behavior of for else statement in presence of a break statement. Now this is only the case with break. It won't work if you are doing a continue or so, but do let me know by experimenting whether this is the case or not. Now let me give you an alternative solution to this particular problem, the one which is most commonly used and is supported by all programming languages. On your screen you could now see an alternative solution. Here we are making use of a flag variable which is set to false at the beginning of the code. We are iterating throughout the list and checking against the condition. If the condition is true, we are setting the flag value to true, and in case it is false, it is going to execute until the loop ends. At the end of the for loop, we are executing a certain number of statements using if else block by checking against the flag value. Now you can clearly see that the for else method is much compact and we can get the same result in fewer lines of code without use of any additional variables. Technically, the difference in execution might vary in matter of millisecond, which is kind of negligible to us, but still getting to know a powerful method might be helpful in some of the cases. So that's all the content I had to provide about for else block in this video. I hope you got to learn something new from this particular video. In case you find this helpful and knowledgeable, then please hit the like button, share it amongst your friends. And in case you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and press on the bell icon to get the notification as soon as I post any video. In case you have any kind of doubts, suggestions, feel free to reach out to me through the YouTube comments, LinkedIn handle or my mail ID. Thank you guys and see you in the next video.